Okay, guys, so seems like there may be a little trouble in paradise between NIQUE and Fredo Bang. Now, we know they were spotted hanging out in Miami for Valentine's Day, at his show. She was behind him throwing cash. Well, on Twitter, Fredo posted, "Nobody be worth the time. That's why I do me." Now, someone underneath that post said, what about NIQUE? And Fredo responded with, "Who?" Now, NIQUE also retweeted what Fredo posted, and that retweet was, "Nobody be worth my time. That's why I do me." And then she also reposted someone else's tweet that stated, "Stay single if you love hard. People don't value that kind of love anymore." Now, NIQUE was also spotted out in Miami still, and this time Kobe is with her. But it seems like Fredo is also still in Miami, so I'm not sure if they're there together and they're just trying to, play this little game where, we not together and keep people guessing when they actually are. You know how people do, they don't want everyone in their business, so they try to throw people off with tweeting stuff or not showing each other, when in reality, they still are pretty much together. Okay, so let's get into this with Jazz and Tay. Now, so in a recent Instagram post, Tay was spotted at Jazz's house, or her and Jazz's old house, which Jazz still lives in. In this picture, you can see in the background, she's very much so in the house. And this here is an old picture, so you guys can basically verify. You can see that same picture, the same staircase, is in her new photo. Now, everyone is stating, maybe she went over because her lights and water was off. They're in Houston and all this stuff is going on. But I will say that Tay is from Houston, so her mom lives there. I'm pretty sure she has other family, friends that she could have asked to go over to their house. Not sure why she decided to go over Jazz's house. Seems like there may be some type of rekindling there. And then on the post, she did post like a little picture with the heart instead mood. So not sure if her and Jazz are trying to work things out. I know Jazz was without water and lights for a few hours, and that's when she posted the whole thing about, she's going to be suing and all this other type of stuff for distress. So it seems like she was out of power too. So if she was out of power, I'm not sure why Tay would come over unless they were, trying to hook up, cuddle weather and cold weather, whatever. But I'm pretty sure we'll see that really soon if that's what really went down. Now, I know I've also been keeping everyone up to date on everything that's going on in Texas. There are a lot of YouTubers there, so I've basically been posting what they've been putting on social media. Well, SC wrote today that we have been starving in Texas, literally, but she states that her daughter does have food. I'm not sure how she's starving. There are grocery stores open. There are food places open. There are gas stations open. You've seen the Prince family went to the gas station and picked up some food. There's no way that they should actually be starving. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm hoping everything is okay and that they're able to get to some food. And I'm not sure if she's just trying to make it seem like there's something that's worse than it is, because, they have the resources and the money to go out and get food. There are a lot of people that lost power and lost food that don't have money to go out and buy new food. So if she's blowing things out of proportion there and making it seem like they're really starving when they're not, that's really sad, because, there are people out there that are really starving. Well, Queen and Lauren also has some things to say on the whole situation that's going on in Texas. Funny Mike gives an update on his home. We know he recently stated that he had a lot of damage due to some bursted pipes. I'm going to post that here too. As always, I want to know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below.
There is a class genocide taking place right now all across Texas. The state power grid is privatized by a company called ERCOT, and at least 2 days ago they announced that they would be implementing rolling blackouts, which suggested that they would share the power with all customers, all people throughout the state who rely on their services because they have no other choice. The idea was to have cycles where some households had power and others didn't, and then they could switch off so that everyone across the state could keep their homes at at least relatively warm, in temperatures that are ranging from 0 to 20 degrees, in homes that aren't built for this. They're not insulated. But what's actually happened is, if you look at a map of the areas with the most outages, it's the poorest zip code, and the wealthiest areas in the same cities have power. Those that ERCOT hasn't prioritized. The poorest people are going 40 hours now without power, without heat. This is what eco-fascism looks like.
Just me, or do you feel like this Texas weather, like this random snow, is the government's weather control? Because you know they said the government controls weather sometimes. I believe it, because Texas is too hot. It's 90, 100 degrees all year round. When does Texas get snow? Never. If it's 90, 100 degrees around, why does it drop so cold one time where it snows? It doesn't make sense. I just think I normally really don't talk about that, but I feel like this time it really was the government like controlling that. They got some type of satellites in the space where they can control a little bit in the atmosphere and it makes it snow. I believe it. I don't know. What do y'all think? DM me.
This is what happened. Like, that storm fucked my shit up.